Hi guys, so today we're going to be talking about Chapter 7, Section 1, Adding and Subtracting Polynomials. So let's go with a little bit of review first on classifying polynomials. The first question is asking us to write each polynomial in standard form, and then we're going to identify the degree and classify each polynomial by the number of terms that it shows. So I'll give you a few minutes to work on this problem on your own first. Cool. So right here, it's asking us to write the standard form. Now remember that standard form means that we're changing the degrees or rearranging the terms so that the degrees are from the highest degree to the lowest degree. So if I'm to look at all the degrees of the terms given on this polynomial, z to the power 3, I know that the degree is 3. For 7z to the power 2 or power 9, the degree is 9. And then for z, this one is just the number 1. Now remember that it doesn't show the 1, but we always know that if we have a variable that's just by itself with no exponent written on top, we can say that there is an imaginary 1. So that's why I know that the degree here would be 1. So if I'm rearranging it from highest degree to lowest degree, I know here that the first term is going to be the negative 7z to the power of 9. So that's the first one I'm going to write down here. Negative 7z to the power of 9. The second degree, that's the second biggest, was z to the power of 3. And that was a positive z to the power of 3. So I'm going to add it here. And then the last one is positive 5z to the power of 1. So here, I'm going to write down positive 5z to the power of 1, or just leave it the way it is. Now they're asking for what the degree of the polynomial is. We know that for polynomials, we only look at the highest degree. So here, the highest degree that we found was the number 9. So I'm going to write down the highest degree is 9. Now the type of polynomial we have here, it shows us that we have 3 terms. We have the z to the power of 3, that was the first term. Negative 7z to the power of 9 was the second one. And then we also have here 5z to the power of 1, which is the third term. So since there's 3, we're going to use the trinomial. Okay, so let me clear it. And let's move on to the new content for today. Now, for adding and subtracting polynomials, our goal is to just understand how to add a polynomial or subtract a polynomial. And there's a little bit of steps that we could take to do that. So it's asking us here to find the sum of the following. We have here 2x to the power of 3 minus 5x to the power of 2 plus x. And that's adding with 2x to the power of 2 plus x to the power of 3 minus 1. So if I'm going to write this out, I want to start off by writing out the first polynomial I see. So I'm going to do that first. And then with the second polynomial, I'm only going to arrange it where the like terms are underneath each other. So that means that for 2x to the power 2, and also, before we even get started on that, just a quick reminder, what is a like term? A like term has to have the same variable, which means same letter. And it also needs to have the same exponent on the variable. Okay? So if we're looking at like terms of 2x to the power 2, again, it has to have the same variable. So it has to have the variable x. And it has to have x to the power of 2 specifically. So the exponent has to be 2. The only one that I see that's like that is the negative 5x to the power 2. So underneath the negative 5x to the power 2, I'm going to write out plus 2x to the power of 2 here. And then for x to the power 3, I have the variable x and it's to the power 3, which is going to be the 2x to the power 3. So I'm going to write that x to the power 3 underneath the 2x to the power 3 here. The last one is the number 1. So this one has no variable, and there's no case where there is a term with no variable, so I'm just leaving that to the side here, because that one can't combine with anything else. And so, from this, I'm just going to look and combine. So right here we have 2x to the power 3. Adding with x to the power 3, I get 3x to the power 3. Negative 5x to the power 2 plus 2x to the power 2 gives me negative 3x to the power 2. I'm dropping down the plus x, and then I'm going to drop down the negative 1. And I don't see anything that I can combine anymore, so that's going to be my final answer. So let me clear this, and let's try out the new problem here. So the problem here is asking us to find the sum of the following. And the following is asking us to write the sum for 3x to the power 2 plus x minus 6 plus x to the power 2 plus 4x plus 10. So I'll give you a few minutes to work on this on your own first. Cool. Okay, so again, I'm going to start off by writing the first polynomial, which is 3x to the power 2 plus x minus 6. And I'm going to, underneath, arrange the like terms. So underneath the 3x to the power 2, I'm adding the x to the power 2. Then underneath the x, I'm going to add the 4x. And underneath the negative 6, I'm adding the 10. And so here, when I combine it together, I get 4x to the power 2 plus 5x plus 4 as my answer. Okay. So let's clear it. And then let's look at subtracting polynomials. So when we're finding the difference of the following, where instead of adding the polynomials, we're subtracting them, the important thing to do is understand that right here, this negative has an imaginary 1. And so here, we could distribute that negative 1 to each term on the right side. If we do that, I get here positive 2n to the power 2, minus 2n, and adding by 4. And so I'm going to combine that with the first polynomial. So right here, the first polynomial was 4n to the power 2 plus 5. I can combine the like term 2n to the power 2 with the 4n to the power 2. There isn't n that's just by itself, so I'm going to leave it on the side here as negative 2n. And then the number 4 can be combined with the number 5. So here, 4n to the power 2 plus 2n to the power 2 equals to 6n to the power 2. 5 plus 4, that equals to positive 9. And we just drop down that to n. And that would be my answer. So let me clear this, and then we're going to try it out. So the last question here is asking us to find the difference of the following. We have here 4x to the power of 2 minus 3x plus 5, and that's subtracting with the polynomial 3x to the power of 2 minus x minus 8. I'll give you a few minutes to work on this problem on your own first. Alright. So we have here 4x to the power 2 minus 3x plus 5, and that's subtracting with 3x to the power 2 minus x minus 8. So again, I'm going to start off by distributing the negative 1 to the positive 3x to the power 2, negative x, and to the negative 8. So I get negative 3x to the power 2 plus x plus 8. And then I'm just going to start arranging and combining. So negative 3x to the power 2 is going to go underneath the 4x to the power 2. Positive x is going to go underneath the negative 3x, and positive 8 is going underneath the positive 5. So 4x to the power 2 minus 3x to the power 2, that equals to 1x to the power 2. Negative 3x plus x, that equals to negative 2x. 5 plus 8 equals to 13. And so I could change this 1 times x to the power 2 as just x to the power 2 minus 2x plus 13. And that would be my answer. So hopefully this helps. Good luck.